two 30 amp fuses, which I have right here. Depending on the voltage or the amps you want your fuse block to be, these are two 30 amps, which will equal a 60 amp fuse. So you'll need a soldering pen. Just a cheap little soldering pen. You can really use any. Make sure you get a sponge wet and clean the tip with it before you use it. 50-50 rosin core solder. Make sure it has flux in it, or you can use flux separate. Just make sure you use flux. The last thing you'll need is a piece of wood. Now this is an old paddle, so I'm just going to cut it up. The next thing you'll need to do is get a saw. Doesn't really matter which, but this is a wood saw. And you're going to go ahead and put your piece of wood. If it's not pre-cut, you'll need to cut it. You will need to mock up where we'll be putting our fuses. So, just like this. Just like that. So, going to want to cut it probably right about there. So, keep your eye on that. And you can just make a mark any sort. Next, what you'll need to do is you'll need to find a drill bit that will fit right on, or fit snugly in the tip of these. Alright, so do that, and then we're going to need to cut the wood. So let's cut the wood. Alright, I've located my block of wood, and I've located my bit that will just be a little bit smaller than the leads on this fuse. Now we're going to go ahead and mark up where we want our holes to be drilled. And we're going to, now that we have our holes drilled, we can just make sure that our fuse fits snugly in there. You might have to press a little bit. And it does. So, make sure it fits on the other side. You might have to wiggle it a little bit, but it does. So, next step is going to be soldering.